Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sugar Melts. Really excited to do my second part of making an easel card. Last week when I did the easel cards and I showed you how to make them, I said I was so disappointed because I had run out of storage on my phone every time I recorded all of these cards that I was making. And so I had to use a different series of paper. And so then we made together using the Poppy Parade and Poppy paper, we made easel cards that look like this. So these are super pretty and so fun, very universal. You can use them for any occasion at all. They're just great. They can sit upwards, they can go landscape or portrait. Well, then over the weekend, I found another stash somewhere in my misappropriated drawers. I found more of this beautiful paper. Do you all remember this from the winter catalog the other year? Most of us were taken with the beautiful butterflies on the side, but I also love the black and white scheme that they have on the side. So I got to chopping up some paper and we're gonna make another easel card. Yay! So here we go. This is gonna be super easy. Love, love, love this whole idea. So I've got my your typical card base here, and it's measuring here at 8.5. And of course 5.5. I've scored it already at 4.25, and then I'm going to do one more score at 2 1/8. So let me make sure there's 2.5. Go back to 2.25, and there's 2 1/8. There we go. Get that out of the way. I'll fold this down, bone folder, and make it nice and crisp. Okay, so there's our card base right there. And then I've got the paper that I've already cut. See how pretty is this? This is going to be the polka dotted paper on top of the plaid paper. Oh my gosh, so cute. So let's go ahead and we can glue that down. So it's a shame that we have to cover up those beautiful butterflies. Don't you? Drive you crazy sometimes looking at the paper and thinking, I like both sides. I don't want to cover up either side. So I trimmed this paper just inside 1/8. So it's a really tight little frame, but of course you can do it to 1/4. So where the base is going to be 5.5 and 4.25, this size will be just inside 1/8, and then this will be inside 1/8 both ways. So really, I like to use the liquid glue when I'm making it that close so that I don't adhere it and I have a little bit of wiggle room there. Okay, and so when you fold it, you want to make sure you've got the mountain, because this is going to go underneath the pop-up to make the actual easel itself. Doesn't matter which one I use for the inside, but we can go ahead and put some glue there. And we'll glue this down. Sorry if my head gets in the way of the camera. I flipped over my grid and now it's black on black on black. Oh my gosh, kind of hard to see there. So there we go. So that fits perfectly. And then we're going to decorate the front of this. So I got to chopping up butterflies the other day. Look at all these butterflies I just fussy cut out of the paper. So worth it. Just absolutely love all these butterflies. But I'm going to start with the leaves. I've got this from the Forever Fern die cut collection. So we'll just glue a couple of these down. So pretty. Just light and airy. And I don't glue all the leaves down. I just glue the ones down here that will be actually covered by the butterflies eventually. And then we'll do a little black one on top. That way the silver just complements, kind of pops through. There we go. A little bit like that. And then I've got another pattern in here, a couple more patterns to choose from. Got that one. We'll stick that one over here. Okay. And then just to give it a little more lift off the paper, I have this silver metallic thread. It's a really thin thread. I remember the first time I got it, I thought, what am I going to do with this? This is way too thin to use for anything. But after we started playing with it, then it kind of came together. And I'm going to get my glue dots a little closer. That's how I like to secure this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I use a little different number of fingers so that I get a different width on all of this. There we go, a little bit of tangle, that's no big deal. And then I'll trim that. Okay. So I just like the two ends to be kind of close together. Get my tool ready. There's my glue dots. Okay, I'm just going to put that probably right there in the center. Oops. There we go. And then push it down into that glue dot, getting all those threads into the glue dot with, just push your nail into it. And if you need another one, just to be sure that it gets nice and secured, that's easy to do. Just put it right there in the center to kind of hold it in place. Perfect. So you can see it just gives a nice airy lift to that. Okay. And then I've got some more little sprigs here. Maybe I'll put that one to come down. Let's see, there we go. Downward. And then maybe this other silver leaf. That would be good. Okay. And then we'll pick our butterflies, the best part. Oh, so excited. Okay, so I've cut out all of these butterflies from the paper. And let me show you which page that was. So if you've got this paper, you still have a stash, or if you haven't looked lately to find it, it's this page right here. And I just fussy cut out my favorite butterflies, and I'm going to use them on this card. I just think it's a beautiful way to use the paper and to take advantage of how pretty these butterflies are. So let's see here. I definitely like that one, and maybe that one. Or do I want a larger one? So many to choose from. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'll start with this really big one here. And you can glue it, or you can use dimensionals, whatever you like. I would recommend just kind of arching the little wings like this so it kind of comes off the paper a little bit. Push them right down there in the middle. Perfect. And then I'll take this one and I'll just glue him right over in here. Right over in there. Okay. I'll just glue him right there. Okay, I'll just hold it for a couple of seconds. And how lovely is that? Just the front of the card there. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for a few minutes and we'll start working on the inside here. Get all this out of the way. To make the easel card, to make it have that stand-up effect, what I did this time, which is a little different than I've done before, is I used all my different punches. I just got them all out. And I started punching all these different shapes and colors and patterns and just said, well, let's just see what happens. So I just pulled all these punches out and just started seeing what all my choices were. And here's what I came up with. So it's going to match the card. It'll be black with the plaid, with the polka dot, and then with my happy birthday message on top, and then I'll use dimensionals to secure it to the paper. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. And you can use dimensionals on this whole thing, that's fine. I'm just not this time. It's whatever works for you. So again, I'm doing this black on black, so I gotta be a little careful here, make sure I get it centered. There's that. And then my polka dot. So it's looking exactly like the matting is. And I just started with the larger one on the bottom, and if there's a little bit of overlap, I'm fine with that. I think that looks great. And then I'll do the happy birthday. And then we'll secure all of that with dimensionals onto the card. There we go. Okay. There's my dimensionals. So there's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And if you have black dimensionals, that's fine. Whatever your preference is. Okay. So right in here, when I open this up, I'm going to take this and I'm going to go ahead and center it. So I've got my inches here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to go to right about 2.5, and I'm going to line it right up with the paper. There we go. So when this is all said and done, see, it will sit like that once we get all the decorations in. Love, love, love it. Okay. And I've got a little piece of cardstock here just for my message that will go inside. I think I'm going to trim this down just a little bit more. It's not very big as it is, but I don't want to take away from all the other decoration on the card. So just a little bit shy. Perfect. There'll be plenty of room for my message. Okay. Got a couple stamps out. So the stamps that I pulled out are 2 different butterflies and some polka dots. I should get some scrap paper though for underneath in case I go off my page. Okay. Just in case we go off the page a little bit. My Memento ink pad. Okay. So to make sure my butterfly is going the direction I want it, I always like to stamp it off on my paper first. And I'll put him up here. And then I'll put this other butterfly down here. This card comes together so quickly. And then I like to use the dots, kind of like the, just sort of angel dust as it were, behind the butterflies. There we go. Cute. Maybe one more. There we go. Okay. Paper out there. Move my stamps. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'll glue this, the message part down into the card. And we are almost done. Can you believe how quickly this came together? So I want the polka dots to show just a little bit behind there. Perfect. And then this is all nice and dry, as you can see now. Lots of lift with the wings and the threads and the leaves. So when you go to glue this, with the most important part also, another most important part, is you're only going to put glue on the bottom half of this. So I like to look at it first and just kind of get an eyeball of what I don't want to go past. So I just sort of eyeball here what's going on. I hold it down like that so I don't get glue everywhere. Okay, am I out of camera? Sorry about that. I think that's pretty good. And then we'll go ahead and line this up on the paper. There we go. Just going to hold that there for 1 second. And how pretty is that? Oh my gosh. Who wouldn't just love getting this birthday card in the mail? So anyways, that's the card I've been trying to show you for so long. Thanks so much for coming to join my channel. Look forward to next week. Bye.